Okay, and the red line goes across the screen right there. That's my cue to usually go. Hi, um, Andrew Yang and Bernie Sanders react and try to challenge in their different ways, try to challenge the New York State Board of Elections over canceling the June 23rd primary in New York State. I am Bernie Bro, and let me explain away. Um, it seems like most of the time I go up here to do a commentary. It seems like maybe about 85% of the time I'm just bitching and bitching about they're after Bernie again. They're after Bernie, and they're after a few other candidates too. But guess what? That's what they're doing. Isn't it enough that the Democratic Party fucked Bernie Sanders over in 2016, and then the media, the establishment colluded to destroy his campaign in 2020? Establishment, you got what you wanted. You got Bernie Sanders to suspend his campaign. But you kick a man when he's down. And not only are you doing that, you corporate Democrats is really dumb what you're doing because you're antagonizing the left. But then again, you rather go out and seek the votes of never Trumper Republicans than to go after people who are supposed to be your allies. That's really what it comes down to. Bernie Sanders wrote a letter complaining to the State Board of Elections in New York about removing his name off the ballot. Now he suspended his campaign, but you got people who live in New York that wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders. You got people in New York that wanted to vote for Cory Booker and vote for Kamala Harris or vote for Marianne Williamson or vote for Andrew Yang. You got people who wanted to vote for candidates other than Bernie Sanders too. So it's not just about Bernie Sanders; it's about the whole notion of fairness. Andrew Yang filed a lawsuit against the state of New York. Good for you, Andrew Yang, for doing that. And Bernie Sanders, I hope the Bernie Sanders team go on a joint, with a joint suit against the State Board of Election, because that's just absolute bullshit, what just happened. But you see, the Democratic Party is deeply, deeply corrupt. And I can't stress that enough. And I used to be one of those Democrats, not the corrupt kind, but I was a true believer. And the Democratic Party, year after year after year after year, kicks people like myself around. Now, compared to Democrats to the Republicans in 2020, overall, my views are more in line with a traditional Democrat than it would be a traditional Republican. Even now that I shit on the Democrats every day, yes, the Democrats are better than the Republicans under most circumstances. But still, the Democratic Party is a pile of garbage. Even though they're better than the Republicans, they're still a pile of garbage. If I was Bernie Sanders right this moment, and he doesn't have to listen to me if he doesn't want to. I'm just a blabbermouth that likes to talk politics online. But Bernie Sanders, in my view, I think Bernie Sanders needs to unsuspend his campaign because Joe Biden might not even get the nomination. There is a chance that I would say the chances of Joe Biden being the official Democratic nominee probably is more likely than not. But I would say, in my estimation, that there is probably a 40% chance it'll be somebody other than Joe Biden. And it should be Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, I mean, it really should be Bernie Sanders anyway, because he was cheated. But even after the cheating and the rigging and the skullduggery that went on against the Sanders campaign, and to a lesser extent the other candidates, Bernie Sanders was obviously, even if you're going to accept that he lost fair and square, he was still obviously the second most popular candidate running. He really was the first most popular candidate running, but but honestly, if you're going to accept the narrative that Bernie Sanders lost fair and square, then had there been no Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders would have walked away with the nomination. It would have just been a simple coronation walk. It was, and because of that, Bernie Sanders should unsuspend his campaign, and he should fight like hell to go and get and take what belongs to him, which is the nomination. I wish he would do that. We don't know if he's going to do it. I kind of doubt that he's going to unsuspend his campaign, but I really would hope that he would seriously consider it, because we're seeing corruption before our very eyes right here. I mean, and Bernie, you got nothing to lose. They're going to hate you no matter what. They're going to hate you. And how sad that Fox News treats Bernie Sanders better than CNN and MSNBC. Do you know? I've been. I feel like I had to take a shower saying something even remotely positive about Fox News, but it's true. Fox News treats Bernie Sanders better than CNN and MSNBC. What the fuck is that about? But what's happened? I mean, I mean, it's just a crime. It is. It is a crime. And for a political party who is scared of Bernie Sanders because they don't want to be called, ooh, they don't want to be called a socialist, are acting like a bunch of fucking Stalinists in their tactics. Not in economics, but in their tactics. This is almost akin to the Stalin versus Trotsky, and I'm neither a Stalinist nor a Trotskyist. And I can give you a whole lot of reasons why I oppose Stalin and Trotsky. But this is almost like a Stalin Trotsky showdown in a way, except Bernie Sanders won't get a little ice pick in the back of his neck like Trotsky did in 1940. Who knows? Hillary Clinton's been known to suicide people before, but but having all that said, is that really honestly, um, this is this is a travesty of justice that needs to be corrected. I mean, how in the world, when I'm having people telling me you got to go and toe the line, I'm talking about some of the nicer people, the ones who are still vote shaming me, but in a nice way. You got to toe the line. You got to toe the line. I know why you feel the way you do, and you don't need to go, and you don't need to feel down. You just need to go and get behind the really crappy candidate, and maybe we can do something to reform the system with the crappy candidate. But no, you can't, because the corporate Democrats don't listen to us. I will say it, and I'll say it again. This is how the corporate people, the Tom Perez, the Bill and Hillary Clintons, Barack Obama, Dianne Feinstein, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Debbie Wasserman-Schultz, Joe Manchin. This is their mindset when it comes to the social democratic wing of the Democratic Party. They pretty much tell the leftists, we don't need you. We don't want you. Go away. But you better support us anyway. And if you don't support us and our candidates lose, then we're going to blame you for it. Now go away. Tell me where I'm wrong. And I'm talking about people who are sympathetic and actually agree with my politics other than my voting tactic of not settling for the lesser evil. Tell me where I'm wrong in that mindset. It's an abusive relationship. I mean, it's abusive. I mean, okay. The Democrats are the battered housewife party, and the Republican Party is the political party, the asshole wife beater. And the Democratic Party is the battered housewife party overall. But that same battered housewife, what does she like to do? She likes to go and abuse the kids, the youngins, because the wife beater, the husband beats his wife. The wife takes it out on the little kids. It's an abusive relationship, and maybe the kids need to rebel. Okay, and I don't mean kids as they're immature. I just mean the level of who's the victim and everything. That is my take on this. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to comment, good, bad, or indifferent, and would love to have a conversation with you. You take care, and you'll be hearing from me again soon. Peace.